Hey, my name is Naya Crowder, Crypto Jeezy. I know he the best in Dallas. You feel me? Y'all better subscribe and tune in.
Then walk off. That's all you gotta do. Let them see. Let them see what they. There we go. You.
Hey, it's Jen, formerly known as Royalty DFW. I just want to shout out to Crypto Jeezy. Y'all subscribe, like, and follow his page.
Hey, it's your girl Anya Monique, and I'm here to tell you that you need to go and subscribe to Crypto Jeezy.
That's my dog.
We the mob, just like Goodfellas. Open her like a dresser. Gave her back, I could've kept her. She said I make her wetter. She want.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, First Lady Peachy Blanco, and I am back with another episode of Peach Talk. Shout out to everybody in the comments. What's up, Stars? What's up, Two Wheels? What's up, Dan Yeezy, the hottest promoter on YouTube? Y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to Crypto Jeezy. Tune in every day at 1 p.m. Wednesdays and Fridays, your girl, First Lady Peachy Blanco, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I know I'm a little tardy tonight, but that's the range, 7:38-ish. We be on CP time over here, y'all. And make sure, y'all, twice a month, we're going to be doing the Crypto Lounge on the Crypto Lounge channel. You know the vibes. We really be lounging, okay? We really be lounging, y'all. Tune in with us. We'll make sure that you know. So you got to tap in on the 1 p.m. live so we'll let you know that we're going to see y'all later on Tuesdays, okay? What's up, Oso D? Hey, Two Wheels.
What's up, Pete? How you
What's
doing?
up? I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Yes, y'all. You see the title. I'm going to be honest. I was trying to rack my mind what I was gonna talk about, what current event, and you know what? What current is what the fuck I'm going through now. Okay. I think that it's just the time is now. So reacting versus responding, y'all. The power of emotional intelligence. Let's talk about it. We hear so much about people reacting on their emotions, and I'm gonna tell you, I am one of them. Okay. I am one of them, but I am slowly learning. I ain't all the way cured yet. I'm working towards that direction on emotional intelligence, y'all, and how you can change a whole narrative based off of your reaction. Okay. And a lot of times us women, I'm gonna be honest with you, us women, us women, the men do it too, but I'm gonna be honest, us women do it the most. We do it the most. We
I'm
definitely
guilty.
do. What you say to Wills?
I'm guilty.
You guilty of that?
Yeah.
For sure. And then because I'm telling you what it is, a lot of it, because I know me myself, I I see, okay, let me break this down. Okay. You got your primary emotions and your secondary emotions. Okay. Your primary emotions is more so like somebody pissed me off, so I'm angry. So that's a primary emotion. You know, and that's the issue that comes with being human. Everybody has the sense that can be angry. It's that secondary that leads you to the rage of crashing out. Okay. And then from that, we just live in our secondary emotion, the crash out. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad, so I'm crashing out. It's not the primary that gets you, it's that secondary. Okay. So I'm really just, along with me learning, I'm gonna teach y'all as well. Of learning how to process that. It's nothing wrong with taking a step back, taking a step away, but never reacting just off of your anger. You know what I mean? And basically emotional intelligence is the ability to manage both your own emotions and understand the emotions of other people. And I know I'm guilty of, you got to stop trying to see yourself in other people. I am like for real. How you gonna go into a situation and you mad because a person didn't act like you? Well, are they you? They not you. I think the biggest challenge is not just adapting to yourself, but also when I say adapting to yourself, because we go through different eras in life. Okay, maturity, you know, adolescence, we go through different eras, but adapting to other people, and that's something ever you gonna have to do that. Ain't no way around that. Every time you step outside that door, you're gonna have to adapt to somebody else. So help me, help we all. Okay, we gonna learn together. The panel is open. You know, I'm open for any type of dialogue, any conversations. I got a number of topics that I want to talk about along those lines. But just to top it all off, we're acting versus responding, and I just wanna know what that means to y'all. What's up? What's up, Naomi? Because my biggest thing is, you know, a lot of people, what people fail to realize, a lot of people that are so aggressive, or you may look at as mean, or or certain type of ways, is because they are that sensitive when, so that's their way of protecting their feelings. You know, I'm just gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you the stiff arm, you know what I mean, because I'm protecting. A lot of times shit, I be protecting me for me. What's up, OSOD?
Hey y'all.
Hey, yeah, I be protecting me from me, and also I got people that protect me from me too. And when you're reacting versus responding, you got to always remember permanent decisions over temporary circumstances. So while when I react to you because I'm angry, my reacting, okay, you piss me off, I'm about to punch you in your face. Oh, you made me mad in the moment, but me punching you in your face, that's a long term, because we may or may not be able to get that relationship back. It may be a legal situation. You know, we just not thinking. Like, and it's nothing wrong. And I have to, and I don't get me wrong, you know, I have to explain to the Fab Five, you know, as well, about my reactions. I get talked to all the time. You never too grown for growth. And I had to learn that the hard way. Okay. And I don't know if y'all spiritual. No, I don't go to church every day, but I do know the Lord. And I know that a part of elevation is him separating you. And I noticed that my circle has changed. You know, my circle has totally changed. And with that change has come my growth, like mentally and emotionally. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm definitely going in the same direction. And I can say that I'm blessed that however this pans out, whether we 10 years from now and we all still the Fab Five or not, I'm never going to forget the things that I learned amongst, you know, the Fab Five, not just the Fab Five, but shout out to the crypto gang, period, y'all. You know, me coming in here and popping my shit. I call this popping my shit because it don't, people think that when, it ain't always got to be about nothing negative. You know what I'm saying? When we come together, you know, crypto tried to turn y'all up to the crypto. You know what I mean? When it ain't got to be negative, so people want to see the best out of you. There are some good people left out here in life. And I am one of those people that I do want to see the best in other people, even if I'm not at my best. Because I always tell y'all, sometimes you're the only Bible that somebody gonna read. You know what I'm saying? So walk in your purpose. And Crypto Jeezy, he saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. You know what I'm saying? I knew I loved to do this, but it was just like, I don't know. You know, you know, fuck all that. You know, live in your purpose, you know, and the rush shall come. What's up, Naomi? What's up, Naomi? D, did you have anything to say?
No, I'm just listening and I respect the growth.
Yeah. Let me see what else. You know, and then so this is the thing. I also another thing I used to do. I would piss myself off waiting on someone to show up for me, like I show up for them. And we're gonna get back to how that goes into the emotions, but clearly you can tell you can see how it does. Just expecting me in somebody else. Expecting somebody to show up for you how you show up for them. That's like the biggest letdown, major disappointment when somebody don't show up for you like you show up for them. But it is what it is. It's a matter of realizing it. Once you realize in it, deal with it accordingly. That's how you do. Deal with it accordingly. Emotional intelligence is not just, oh well, I ain't just gonna fuck with them no more. How about you let them serve their purpose? They don't see. I was the type of person you always had to know where you stand with me. I was that person. Fuck that. You gotta fuck that. I'm gonna tell them this, that. I'm not just gonna move accordingly. I'm gonna make sure you know. I'm gonna make sure you hear it, see it, and feel it. But with growth, I realized that, oh, a lot of that ain't even necessary. For what? You know what I'm saying? For what? Sometimes you just gotta let people serve their purpose. And sometimes you don't always realize what people's purpose is in your life. You missing out on the moment trying to figure the shit out. And it don't always make sense right then and there. A lot of lessons that I learned them after the fact. It was all long gone. It was long over. Okay. Well past this due date. And I'm like, damn, now I get why I went through that. You know what I'm saying? When that happened, I was fucked up. Like, I thought the world was over. This was that. And I'm here now. And it's like I needed that then. Because if I didn't feel like that then, it wouldn't feel so good now. You know, and you just gotta always remember where you came from. What's up, Hassan? What's up, Sam's? You always got to remember where you came from, and emotional intelligence. And I've been sitting back watching a lot of different types of personality. And yeah, this is peach talk because I just made up some shit. I've been watching a lot of personalities do their thing. You got your OSODs, you got your two wheels, you got your Sams, you got your Dangeezis, you got your TTs. What's up, TTs? You got all of that. I've been sitting back and watching, and emotional intelligence is the key to a lot of effective communication. And it may not make sense, but if something can get achieved, then it's effective. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you know how two parents being in the house, you be wondering like how the fuck is they may not sleep in the same room, they may not this and that, they barely even talk, but guess what? Them kids is there and they taking care of their kids. Each person is serving their purpose. Okay. So yeah, this is the era of the growth. Okay. The era of the growth for me. And you know what? I've always been a fan of living out loud. Sometimes I be seeing a lot of people who are content creators, a lot of celebrities, and you're not the only one going through what you're going through. A lot of these, like for example, Cardi B, what she do? She lived out loud her entire marriage. Okay, she's still living out loud. You know what I mean? Like, so she allowed us to see those vulnerability, that vulnerability, and it's hard sometimes, masking that when you in the public eye, and a lot of times we do these shows, we're living out loud right now. I'm living out loud right now. This ain't scripted. It's straight off the dome. It is what the fuck it is, okay? That's why it's peach talk, y'all. It's the era of living in your motherfucking purpose, okay? It is. So I seen a lot of clippings, right? And I was wondering, and I have my interpretation, but I want to know who do you guys think is more emotionally intelligent, men or women? D, what's your opinion?
No comment.
Okay, we ain't going there.
It's not that. I just think everybody evolves. It depends on what phase of your life that you are in. Some people evolve faster than others, but I just think it's, where they are mentally. I don't think it's men or women. I think people are just people.
Okay. And so do you think it's based off of their upbringing and what they went through?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of different factors. Like at the end of the day, there are some people who are given everything in life and they don't want it. There are some people that are given nothing and they want everything. And it all depends
Mm,
on your mindset. Just, come on, bro. Like we got people that are born in the millions and they don't want it. They don't want what come with it because of whatever they experienced in their upbringing. So I don't think it's a gender thing. I just think when you ready, you ready.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Sam said men. Why men people? Sam said men people. Why you say that, Sam? Why you say men? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I say men too. And I'm gonna back it up and see why I say men. And I want your opinion too, TT, because it's given that you're gonna have an opinion about this, and I'm definitely here for it. I say men because there are. I'm not saying women don't, but OSOD is a select few of the women that I witness react like think logically. A lot of women we react emotionally, you know, because we are equipped. You got to think from the time we're younger, it's more acceptable for a female to be crying, a little girl to be crying, a little girl to be upset, a little girl to be mad. Being emotional. Not for the boys. The boys are told to, I better not see no tears. I better not see, you know what I mean? Like y'all know where to go. So I feel like they started from a young age, not being in tune with their emotions, not being able to stop, not being able to react to things that they feel like, emotionally react to it. You know, I done seen people at their own parents' funeral looking around scared to shed a tear, or not even, I ain't gonna say scared, but you know what I mean? It you gotta be losing a child or losing a parent to emotionally, or something like that's why I feel like men are more emotionally intelligent. More men. Let me say it this way. I think more men than women are. I'm not saying we don't have those capabilities, but more men than women are. Naomi said, I look at y'all spiritual sisters. Definitely, it's a spiritual, Naomi. A lot of this, it's a spiritual journey. You know what I mean? That's why I respect the crypto game because we don't be on here, you know, we don't come just for the mess. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes my dysfunctional family can be a little messy, but we're here to help people elevate, not just ourselves, but others. Like we not, it's levels to this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can tell the intelligence of the channel. Ain't no dummies over here. We have educated and purposeful conversations. And I always been talking about my conversation is privilege. And I learned that probably a couple years ago and I never forgot it. Like once you make your conversation privilege, it ain't much a motherfucker can tell you. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't have that many conversations, if any, with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here, I'm talking to you, but as far as like, yeah, you can't give everybody all that access. You can't. It's dangerous. Make your conversation privilege and it's gonna mean more. TT said, I think it depends on the individual because they are men and women who are emotionally intelligent and depends a lot on upbringing. I totally agree with that.
Mm.
So, but do you feel like more if you had to make a decision, TT, of more men or women being emotional intelligent, which would you say?
I
Yes,
think men
Sam's
are more.
upbringing, all
I
that.
think men are more like as far as their logic, because they weren't allowed to express their emotion. They normally won't crash out as soon as we'll crash out. Like they're not the person that's going to wear their heart on their sleeve. And I do agree with Sam. Most men that do that, I don't like the term girlish because it sounds off. Like in that context, it sounds derogatory. Like you not being manly, you being a girl. Men. most men like women, not all, but most. So to say that it comes off derogatory, but I do think they're a little more logical when shit pop off than we do. We normally give an emotional reaction, not a logical reaction.
Mm. So I agree with that. So I want to ask, so we're gonna kind of, we can get back to that, but I'm gonna kind of shift the topic to some other things that's going to lead us back to the responses. As far as the okay, so I got a question, and we just gonna shift it a little bit. So Trump said anybody behind on child support gets 6 months or more, or get 6 months or more will receive child and or they will receive child endangerment or felony charges. I want to know what y'all how y'all feel about that. So I'm gonna say it again. Trump said anybody behind on child support gets 6 months or they'll receive child endangerment and felony charges.
Question. Has that been verified? Like, did you see a video of him saying it, or was that a social media posting?
Wait, 6 months. Damn. AD,
Yes, dear.
say something, man. Made me think
Something,
I'm
man.
alone. Made me think I'm alone by myself and up here.
Shit, if you alone by yourself in the dark, I ain't know I was gonna be the person you called on.
Why you always doing it to me?
Why you always bullying me?
I love you, D. You know that. Get on my nerves
I
sometimes,
look,
but I love you to death.
you get on my nerves all the time, but ain't nobody gonna cook you like I cook you. But you always being a victim. You be throwing rocks and hiding your hands. But my emotional intelligence sometimes keep me off your ass.
Oh, foot. Somebody. I just had to be the topic, bro. Uh, This shit.
I ain't brought up you and your whorish ways in days or weeks. So I'm exercising my what? Emotional intelligence. I don't know what happened to Pete. She muted.
I
But I
think.
don't know if that's true about Trump. Don't get me wrong. He says a lot of things. And he has hired a lot of people who are, in my opinion, not qualified for the job. I do not think the head of FEMA
Y'all,
should
I was up
not
there
be a
talking
person
to
who does
myself.
not know that there's a hurricane season.
He just out there talking to herself.
I was
And
talking
she,
to myself. I'm wondering, like, why they not answering me? I said, Two Wheels, you walk right into that. You walk right
oh,
into that.
it's,
Cause you emotional intelligence, nigga. Every time the one you thought you was with gone on to the next, you in all in the inbox with your tissue box and shit, sending songs. So it's given that you need to learn, listen to. You need to listen up too, cause you lack emotional intelligence as well.
not real.
What's up, Britt?
So we'll say he just playing.
Wait, stars. Do I have permission to run away? Uh oh.
From what? You
What?
From
scared?
yeah. What? Cause yeah. But yeah, so y'all, we talk about reacting versus responding, the power of emotional intelligence. And it'd be a lot of chess, but not checkers. Okay, a lot of chess, but not checkers. That's where when you playing that, when you know you playing chess, that's when you controlling the narrative. When you playing chess, Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to Peach Blanco, y'all. I'm finding my lane when it comes to the content. So be on the lookout. My team is believing in me. So I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to find my way. You know, so when y'all, I'm going to probably throw out some things just to try to see what go with. I love y'all feedback. I appreciate y'all feedback. Make sure y'all hit me up. Danielle will be dropping my email in the comments. And I'm open for all suggestions. Okay, what's up, Drip? Okay. Okay, Sam's, because I was finna say, you know, it always gave the vibe, but I said I was just gonna start it off, but you know, they called it my porno music, you know.
It is porno music.
It is.
Two Wheels, you used to it. Shut up. You probably done seen every goddamn porno made. Okay? Cause don't even start with me. Cause I keep telling you,
Girl.
ain't something wrong with them feet. Ain't nothing wrong with Jimmy. Okay? Cause you
Oh my
remember what
God, Pete.
you remember? No, cause remember what he used to be doing, D? I
Oh,
come on now.
Nakia unmuted me. Oh,
Yes, yes. Come
yeah,
on now.
doing shit like that. I don't
Bro,
know
Yes,
what you
bro,
had going
stop.
on,
no,
Dante.
bro. I was breathing, man. That's what I was doing.
Yeah,
That's what you calling it these days. Wink, wink.
It was
yeah.
hot.
That heavy. You know when a motherfucker heavy breathing, you know what's going on. You know?
Bro.
For real. Y'all,
I'm,
it's such a
I'm
vibe tonight. Welcome to the show. It's the Peachy Blanco show, y'all. You know, where you just show up, just be you. Fuck it. Let's learn from each other. We talk about emotional intelligence. Okay. I wanted to know for the people coming in, I want to know who do y'all feel lacks more emotional intelligence, men or women? We ain't debating tonight. Nothing like that. We're just having open dialogue about emotional intelligence. And I'm telling you, it seems to me like it comes with growth and maturity. It comes with growth and maturity. You ain't just gonna wake up and just be, you know. But some of us, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some people they've been dealt. I've noticed that my friends that I know have been dealt a hard hand. That emotional intelligence, man, I'm gonna give it to them. You always know, like Two Wheels, when you lack in one area, you strong in another. You see how smart he is. You know what I'm saying? He might can't walk, but he's smart as fuck. A lot of people come from situations where they was dealt a fucked up hand, but they be smart as hell.
Yeah, Two Wheels is quick with it. That ain't no compliment. I don't like you like that. But I'm just saying, ain't nothing wrong with your brain. You got good common sense. Very much. You're very intelligent. You know how to put two and two together and come up with some shit for your ass. Y'all, that's why I say y'all got to keep all your eyeballs on Dante.
hey, who is Dante?
If you don't know, I don't know. Remember?
Well, is PG talking again? Is she trying to talk?
I don't know. I don't know if she can always hear us because sometimes she just busts up back on the on this apparatus in my brick voice.
Oh man. Oh, she said one sip.
Okay. There she go with the damn porno music.
Man,
Sam, you ask for that damn porno music every time. Just know that shit. You talking about what's gonna be on my panel? I mean, on my channel, it ain't gonna be that porno music.
I'm trying to get away from porn right now, man.
Oh, where you started? when did you decide to slack up on your addiction?
When I
You trying to keep from going blind, Two Wheels?
yeah. Nah, they get old. It just get old sometimes.
It get old, but it gets old, but you don't get any younger. And with you not ever experiencing that, Two Wheels, like you know, you don't ever wonder, like, you know, you got to get out the house to get it.
Bro, yeah,
No,
I
you
do
don't.
wonder.
Well, his mama ain't letting it
No,
come to the
you
front door.
don't.
But his mama ain't letting them. He not about to let Two Wheels have no action in the living room.
Look, you don't know what happened. I feel
Well,
like
by the
this
looks
might
of,
be.
Nah, it ain't going down, D.
I'm just for real though. Do you remember
Okay.
when she came in and she called him? He told us she came in, called him. She was pissed at off. I think she was ready to send him to a group home.
Got to do better.
Yeah. When you heard
Yeah,
about
but
that
I
group
don't
home,
know. We gotta figure out how we can help old Will start to become more socially involved, so he could finally get what he has been seeking.
and it only, but just imagine, as soon as Two Wheels get to Catman 2, man, what?
How you know? How
Once
you?
Two Wheels crazy button get hit, listen, I ain't gonna be
It's
the
gonna
only
be
one
all type of
virtually.
songs. Peachy
I ain't
gonna
gonna be
be
the
all
only
type of
one.
songs in that lady DMs and inbox.
Come on, man.
He might
No,
start listening
man.
to
Listen,
some songs from the 2000s after that, y'all.
yeah, half is on. Yeah, well, we both. It's on both pages. Yeah, Brett. Yeah, we in. Yes, that's what's going on. Caught him in there jacking TT.
TT, nothing.
That's what happened. So I got some more controversy on it. I want to another topic.
Oh, stars, you not paying attention to the chat? Not, I
Wait,
mean,
hold on. Do y'all find?
stars say he tried to hook you up, Dante. Um, but you ain't even want him to come get you, so it's your fault. So you the problem.
Hey,
Sound about right?
Star, you got too much shit going on, bro.
But if somebody said they put up, you know what? One day we gonna put some, because there's been a couple people said they was gonna pull up on you and come get you and come to the. Remember they were talking about coming and get you and taking you to the crypto bash. It's giving Two Wheels gone. Act like he ain't home. That's what it's giving. Two Wheels
No.
want to come outside, but don't really want to come outside. Everybody
TT
tried to
wants
help
to
him.
know. TT wants to know if you're still News Handsome supporter. Can you please clarify?
Yes, man. You know that.
I don't know
Wait a
shit.
minute. Wait a
I'm
minute. Did y'all
asking the
see his
questions
name?
that the chat asks.
Wait a minute, D. Do you see his name? He changed his name. How long that's been his name?
Peachy silent security. Now
I'm fucking
see,
dead. I'm
but
fucking
here's
dead.
the thing. But if I go tell news that, then I'm being messy.
I said security.
Yeah, Drip, I'm streaming off
Again.
of my page too. Yes, y'all, I'm streaming off of my page as well. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, Peach Blanco, if you have not already. The content will be coming. Um, Eventually I'm gonna be going live on my page. So gotta start somewhere, y'all. Tap the fuck in, okay? But back to Two Wheels and then changed his name to Peachy Silent Security. Uh,
on Wednesday.
oh, you know what? D. You hear
I,
this?
Oh
I'm I'm
shit.
I'm minding my business because he always a victim every time I say so.
But let me cut into you. Let me cut into you, and that's gonna dive right into my other topic. Two Wheels, I don't want shit silent around about me, okay? Don't, it love me out loud. If you can't love me out loud, protect me out loud, fuck with me out loud, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So I
Alright.
appreciate the gesture of
God
the
dang.
title. I
Damn.
appreciate the gesture of the title, but fucking with Peach, you gotta come harder than that. Sorry. Nice try, wrong guy. Okay?
Damn,
She
Peach.
said she don't care. You could be top flight security of the world, Craig. She don't care.
Because it was a silent. Because this is triggering for me. You don't remember how silent he was when Treasure came in and he acted like he didn't know me?
You,
Remember?
you
That's all
know
we hear
what?
now.
You
Oh,
know
He
what?
was
oh,
silent
I ain't
then. I
trying to
don't put
bring
him on
up.
the silent.
what?
I
Peachy,
ain't trying to bring up the past or nothing. But I was there.
Peachy,
Yeah.
you still on that? I said, oh man.
No, I'm not on that. I just have to remind you. I'm so happy. I
She was saying you
you know.
just act like you forgot.
Hey,
She not
hey,
going back in the page.
hey,
She
Peach, hey, Peach. I don't want to know why you happy. Y'all know why you happy.
Huh? Well, why not? What do you mean? You know, it's called self love, Two Wheels. That's what we,
Man, I don't wanna
don't be a hater all your life, you know.
I don't write that nigga.
But it's
Now,
just the
see, we
title
be
for me.
doing so fucking good, and then you gotta start your goddamn shit.
Wait.
Yeah.
Now let Peter get our show. This ain't about me right now.
Oh, now.
Yeah, you better chill out. I'm trying to exercise my emotional intelligence, and you fucking with me.
Man, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Tired of me,
Let
man.
me let me do some woosahs. Now, how the host gonna leave the show?
You know, Peter Wi-Fi be bipolar as hell.
I don't know. I think you be trying to trigger me though, Dante, because you know I be serious about my best friends, and then here you come with the whole shit, and you know I don't play about Mel Wills Law Firm. Yet every time here you go with the bullshit.
Fuck that nigga, man.
I'ma tell him.
I'm going to tell them too.
He is. He gonna stop playing with my dog like that.
I love you, Queens.
Because you be all, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Two
ma'am.
Wheels, you be so fake. Let me tell you, you be so fake. Cause you be
What I do?
talking now. You be talking now, but when he come in, you be silent as that.
Let
You
me
see
go
how you
ahead and
said?
give him his flowers though, cause he been having your back. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's why he the silent
Oh,
security.
I
I
forgot
can't
about
even
that.
lie.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I got to give I don't fuck with him or nothing like that. But I gotta
Yeah.
give him his props. You know what I'm saying? I
I
don't
didn't.
want to misconstrue.
I didn't want to do that because I feel like it's bragging. I don't want to do that. I just feel like it was something I had to do.
Oh, okay. You being humble right now. Period. Don't play with no wheels. We'll say, I'm gonna let y'all say it. I don't say it. You know what I'm saying? That's too arrogant. I'm gonna let you guys handle it. I got you, little Dante. I see you.
Hold on. Sam said it's considered snitching if you tell. Don't mind if I do. Is. Yep. Yep. Sure is telling Mel. Sure is.
I don't care. I ain't scared of that nigga.
Okay, so let me hop back into this because there's a couple topics that just got threw out to me that I just want to have a group discussion about. Speaking of emotions, because as baby mamas, or us with children, with other humans, we go through some stuff. We got to deal with people even when we don't even want to deal with people. You know what I mean? We got to still be associated with people when we don't even want to be associated with people. So with that said, it's a lot of emotional intelligence that needs to come into play when you having these type of situations. And I ain't even gonna say situations. These are basically contracts after you sign the birth certificate. It's a contract, okay? No drip. I ain't dry snitching. It ain't dry.
Man.
I ain't dry snitching.
Hey, Peter, we
But
get it.
anywho,
That ain't
okay,
who get
so
it. I know who get it.
that part. Anywho, move right along. Before I get in trouble. Okay, so this girl, I was watching, I be on social media just and the things that jump out at me. And this situation jumped out at me. So fellas who have children with women they're not with. If a man say he can't help you because he's going through something, he's struggling. Is the baby mom supposed to respect that? Like, how are we supposed to react to that? When no matter if we sleepy, tired, sick, struggling, stressed, depressed.
Your phone keep putting.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically what I'm saying, men, fellas, baby daddies, is it fair for y'all to say when we need something for y'all children, for y'all to say that y'all struggling or y'all going through something? I just want to throw that out there. I just want to throw that out there. I just have a, I just want to know because when us mothers or whoever the primary custodial parent is, whether we sick, depressed, stressed, hungry, tired, sleepy, overworked, underpaid, no matter what we going through, we still got to be that child's parent and still got to deliver. Is it fair for the other parent to be able to say they struggling and can't do it? Let's talk about it. Y'all heard me?
Well, D.
Oh, I heard you.
Yeah, I want to know from us because I mean, it's just I just want to know because I saw that on social media and it was a mother. She was basically, having a moment because she was disappointed because her baby dad declined to do something for their children because he said that he was struggling. So, and I can respect the man. I get it. We all go through something. We struggling, but to say you struggling and come with nothing, are we as mothers? Are we supposed to respect that? Because when the bill come, we can't tell that bill, oh, her dad is struggling. His dad is struggling.
Yep.
They don't give a fuck. It gotta get done. So yeah. I'm not doing the male versus females, but I'm talking to the custodial parents, primary parents. How does it feel when that other parent who you're supposed to be co-parenting with is not supporting you? They're not 50-50 in. That's where that emotional intelligence comes in.
I'm only being silent because that wasn't my experience. And my baby daddy experience wasn't that long. That's one. And then two, as far as from a parental standpoint, my mother was the person that did that. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. What's up, Drip?
What's up with it, Peachy? How you doing,
Drip,
D?
you better be taking notes. You about to step into. You about to be a baby daddy.
Yeah, that's why I said I could speak on part of it, but I've seen them situations all the motherfucking time, bro.
Really?
And that's why I say it's all situational though, because like as far as what you were just talking about, like a man can have money, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, y'all separated away from each other, you got other shit going with another family, or whatever the case may be. But if a nigga got too much going on, you know how you can put too much on your plate, you know what I'm saying? And money might be tied up and you can't touch it, or you just might be doing bad, you know what I'm saying? Because, everybody get a little bump in the road or whatever. So, without explaining to you, motherfuckers just say I ain't got it, or like you say, I'm doing bad. Naturally, a woman is gonna start talking shit, but the nigga might not have it or money tied up and do have it. But I feel like it's just like if you get in trouble with the law, now you got to start paying them little by little, no matter what it is. So it ain't always got to be a lump sum. Just shoot something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think in response to somebody saying they struggling, they going through it and they don't got it, versus they struggling going through it, they don't got it now, but they have half on this day. It's just that I ain't got it and that's it. That's all for me.
Right. Let the next month go by.
Yeah, that's what it is for me. It's just the lack of that it is what it is. That's y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where it comes from me. I get that things go on, and man, you might not be able to have it. You might have other obligations. I get it, but it's the follow up for me. Follow it up and tell me when you will. You know what I'm saying? Because whether you got it
when
right
it comes
now
to
or
that
not,
emotional part, though, Peachy, like you was talking about earlier, the emotional part, men lack that because we already know what we want. We simple. I mean, women know that, but when it comes to the emotional part, that's mostly y'all. So we lacking that. So while y'all talking to us, y'all head state and everything, make us match our energy because we really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But when y'all bring shit to us, of course, y'all gonna feel deeper about it. Y'all gonna think into it, and that's when y'all supposed to bring it to us to evaluate. kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the emotional part, man is not trying to do it for like, okay, say we know we gotta have a conversation, we gotta have this talk, and man is not trying to sit there for an hour talking when we can just sum that shit up real quick. So when y'all emotional part kick in, I hear y'all say all the time, I don't understand because I want us to keep explaining, but in our head we thinking I don't know no other way to explain it. So men lack in the emotional part of it.
A lot of men don't. It can't. Safe to say, a lot of men don't always know how to express themselves and to communicate in certain ways. Because we
I
get
don't.
a variety
I'm
of
not a
men that
social
come up.
person.
Okay, so we get a variety of men that come in up here on the panel. We get your two wheels, we get your drips, you get your males, you get your crypto Jeezys, you get your JRs, your JJs. We got a variety of different personalities, and it's all fair to say that they all communicate things differently. We'll be talking about one topic, and because depending on who explains it and who gives that explanation, is if we us females, if we really even understand what the fuck like if what y'all trying to say really comes across clear or not. It depends on
Yeah.
who's explaining it.
And see, so if me and Wills is having a conversation and y'all don't understand it, it'll be better instead of one of us just lingering on trying to explain if we feeding off each other. You know what I'm saying? If we both been through that and we feeding off each other, y'all will explain better with them two different explanations.
And Sam, you right. Our daddies do raise. They shut up and don't cry. So with that said, like teaching y'all at a young age just to suppress y'all emotions is like what makes you think like what as males, okay? Because I know y'all were equipped to not be as emotional. Is that something that you are
It's
planning
a
on
lot
or
of
did
stuff you learn as you grew up.
okay,
You learn
right.
how to
That's what
pay
I was going.
bills. You learn how to get whatever your job or profession is. You had to adapt. It has nothing to do with you not being raised to do it as much as an unwillingness to learn as you mature and you grow up. I get it.
Hey,
You weren't given those tools in the beginning, but you can definitely work to get them.
right, because you got some men that rose themselves, you got some that was in a family. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say everything's situational and the way you handle shit depending on what's going on around you. Like I said, the past month, I ain't gonna say that day. So like a whole month worth of shit compiled with what you trying to do is gonna cause issues and curves. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Yes.
I always think everything is situational because um we can like if we mad, we know shit ain't cool. But if you wanna have this conversation now, you're gonna force me to, but then I'm gonna be blunt, then you ain't gonna like what I'm saying. But you're wanting this right now. So that's why I say depending on what's going on around you, you should not rush into debate, argument, or agreement or nothing like that. If well, it just depends on what's going on. So that's why I say everything is situational.
For sure. For sure.
What's up with you, Greg? But
What's
with
up, Greg?
men though, we it's a simple way to explain it. We don't have emotions, but we got feelings. If that makes sense,
Okay, so let's break that down. Y'all don't have emotions, but y'all have feelings. So if you
right?
When y'all not showing the emotions, we don't always know how y'all feeling. So what do you
So,
as
so what
men?
are y'all feeling if y'all don't have emotions?
Okay, like we first of all we men, so we gotta uphold the standard already. And then as far as a leader, we can't show weakness or it's gonna break everything. You know what I'm saying? But like everything when y'all come with y'all emotion, we feel that our heart dropping shit, but we can't show that. We won't show it. But we feel
But
everything y'all feel, but we can't put that out there like that. That's why most men are so nonchalant. Because
I get that.
you don't want no man that's fully explaining himself or, you know what I'm saying, fully opening up to you and all that shit.
I
You know,
do.
you don't want, no, because after a while, you're going to be like, nigga, what, say it with your chest or something. He going to get to talking like you.
I don't know. That don't really
But
Yeah.
bother me. But what I guess the point I'm making is I just think men don't express their feelings, emotions. I mean, y'all not expressing your emotions. You're feeling the emotions. You just not expressing them. I just don't necessarily agree that you don't have them. I don't think there's a single person on this earth that don't have it. You just either suppressing it or you're not.
yeah, I say it's suppressed because you got some people that just like to talk and won't shut up, and then you got some people that's short-winded.
Hmm.
So short-winded people gonna sum it up for you like a phone call. Hello, what you want by? You know what I'm saying? Then you got long-winded people that'll sit there with you, and then y'all conversation goes so long, y'all start talking about flowers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got
That's
different
me.
people. So
That's
yeah,
me. I
it's
ain't got
like
no
this.
shame in my game. If I'm short with you, I don't fucking like you.
Yeah, but I can have those conversations, but I'm not no general social person. I can have those conversations, just ain't me.
I know somebody knocking at the door.
Cause you
What's
got
up,
some people
man?
that talk hard, but then they shy and all this shit. Motherfuckers really hide their feelings, so you'll never really know a person because they ain't gonna give it all to you.
Salute Peach. What's up, gang? What's
What's up,
good?
man?
I just had to come salute real quick one time for the one time. Shout out to Mel and the gang. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Why? Why you shouting at that nigga for, man?
Mel and the
Gang.
gang.
Oh, y'all so funny. First it's his show, now it's smelling the gang. I,
Who is tread lightly?
I ain't a part of that nigga gang.
I ain't asked you to be a part of his motherfucking game.
But yeah. Not to derail the conversation, but yeah, let's get back on track with it. So we talking males and emotions. That's what I'm hearing.
yeah, the power
Hmm.
of
And her
emotional
main question was
intelligence.
like, who lacks emotion, men or women? Emotional intelligence. I say men lack it more than women do.
Yeah.
We
So
losing in that one.
emotional intelligence is real. You know what I'm saying? So I highly recommend men in general that we get smart on that. Pick up a book and learn about emotional intelligence because I missed a lot of the show, so I might be repeating stuff that might have been already spoken upon. But men, especially black men, we wasn't brought up to be emotionally intelligent. We was brought up to be rough and tough and high feelings, high emotions, and never show fear or weakness. You know what I'm saying? And as we advance through life, that messes up the development for emotional intelligence. So a lot of people don't pick up on emotional intelligence until relatively late in life. But it's real. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be
Yeah, I'm
sensitive.
with you on that because you got people that ain't ready to grow up yet. So when that emotional intelligence finally hits you, shit, you might be 40 or something because you're still living in the days that was fun to you.
For sure.
You didn't grow up.
Exactly what Barry White said, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta be self aware. You gotta know yourself and you gotta be honest about where you are and then work on developing. And it's only
Yeah,
gonna be
but
for your
a
benefit.
lot of men don't accept the fact that they gotta grow up. So it's a with acceptance first. Accepting that shit, what I got going on right now ain't good for me. I need to be better. All of that. So you
Right.
gotta accept the fact that you gotta do better.
What's up, Benny Chris? Did
Hey,
I
what's
say
up,
did I say
PC?
it
How y'all
right?
feeling? What's going on? This is my first time on your panel. How y'all doing?
I'm good. Welcome to the panel. You said practice what you preach.
Barry White, your boy talking about the
Yeah,
Barry White.
yeah, yeah.
Real
Yeah.
talk.
So what you think, Benny Chris? Who you think lack more emotional intelligence, men or women?
Um, I think it's co-ed. I think it's co-ed. I think it's a part of your environment and how you kind of grew up. Because if you say it's like women are more smarter than men, I mean obviously because men we don't grow till later age. You got a little girl, whoever she is, she has problems. This guy with these big arms is gonna come in, pick her up, put her on game about. dating these guys that's very toxic, but we don't necessarily have these type of traits. But we all have our own disadvantages. So I don't think it's a male versus a female thing, because I see a lack of emotional intelligence in men and women. And as much as I want people to be great, it's just like you seeing somebody in public argue over the
Hey,
phone.
Benny,
Two
what
men
she
arguing over
asking
the
is who
phone.
do you think can improve more?
Wait, hold on. What you said, Drew?
I say what she's asking is who you think can improve more.
I think women got emotional intelligence by far. I ain't gonna lie,
Right.
but I mean, as far as common sense, everybody don't have common sense. So if you want to talk about emotional intelligence, what about common sense? Isn't that the start
That's
of
a
it?
good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's
The
definitely a good point.
basics of right and wrong.
Yeah, I see a lot of CEOs and people that own businesses. They're not the smartest people in the world. I tell you that. So they
Hmm.
might be somebody that's broke as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he's pretty smart. So it's just weird. It's weird.
And I think I just was just saying earlier, before y'all got on here, Van and Benny Chris, emotional intelligence. I think that's you could compare that to playing chess versus checkers. What I feel
Somebody's
about
Somebody
that?
really
chopping.
chopping.
Somebody's chopping. Somebody's microphone.
Hold on, let me see. I think that was you. I think let me unmute y'all one by one.
But yeah, you good now. I think he went. Oh no.
Oh no, yeah, I think that's you, Van. I think that's you, Van. But yeah, I think emotional intelligence. You playing chess, not checkers. That's the part of it, and not allowing your. We was talking about also primary and secondary emotions, and your primary emotion is anger. Your secondary emotion is the rage. That's the crashing out, and a lot of us we live in that secondary. It's not the primary is the problem, because if somebody piss you off, somebody do something, you gonna be angered. You're gonna be angry. That's your natural human reaction. But it's that secondary, the crash out. That's what us as humans we live in. And basically my topic today is I want stop letting your pain make your decisions. Let's talk about it. A lot of people's
Mm-hmm.
pain make their decisions. You know what I mean? And that's where and we be here now. Okay. And a lot, especially dealing with the internet, y'all know you don't know what people's triggers are. A lot of people don't understand why certain people can be this way, certain people be that way. You don't know what people are escaping in their reality. You don't know what people's triggers are that's allowing them to even act in the manner that they do. That's why a lot of times we meet these people in person and they don't be nothing like the internet personality. It's not a bad thing, but sometimes you definitely got to separate that.
But it ain't no excuse for it, Peachy. If motherfuckers getting on here and they crashing out or they always about the drama or starting shit or everywhere they go, you know what I'm saying? They starting shit, that's just them. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
But
that make a learn. I'm the type
not
of person I
saying
believe once you a certain age you are who you are. Ain't no changing you really once you get a certain age. You are who you are. You don't learn who you learn. Now it's about evaluating and moving the right way
Yeah,
next
but
time.
I think what Peach is saying, how can you be an avatar? You get what I'm saying? How can you be this person that's on the internet when we don't really know you in real life? So I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like, yeah, we're
Right,
older. We're over 30, over 40, over 50. So I mean, the maturity level is mixed with entertainment. So how you gonna measure
yeah,
that?
yes.
yeah.
So what I'm saying is if a person is repeatedly doing that and you seeing that in that person, it's up to you to choose if you're gonna fuck with them and have a part of your team or not. Or you
Yeah,
just gonna accept
I
it because
agree.
they're around.
But let's be honest, here on this apparatus, sometimes the bullshit follows. Okay, sometimes the bullshit follows, cause you know, I sit back, I be in the bushes, and I watch, and sometimes a lot of people try to change their image, try to change their persona, but the bullshit follows. They're not gonna forget what you did last year or what happened on the other
Right,
channel or this channel. Sometimes it ain't no way around it, and
right. I
that's
think once your content get on here, it's cool because like every now and then, if a joke is about it, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen. But the
Mhm.
motherfuckers that drag it out, that shit weak as hell. Man.
But you know what? I also learned with accepting your truth, accepting it was told to me today, accepting you for you and who you are and embracing it, you know, that ain't no can't nobody get under your skin. They can't get to you if I'm telling you if you telling me what I already know and I'm standing on that and you trying to make a joke out of it and I'm telling you I'm standing on that, that's what it is. It ain't even gonna hurt. You know, if you
Yeah, it's
strengthen
not
your
funny no
emotional,
more.
yeah, if you strengthen your
Right.
emotional intelligence, what's funny? What's going when I'm laughing with you? That it ain't gonna be as funny to others. I'm laughing with you. You know what I'm saying? What you thought was gonna hurt me didn't do nothing.
So the narrative
And
control when
see, when
people
you
people not
express that
seeing that,
how
people
it
run
was
into that.
funny, now it's not.
Yeah, right, right. So just like Anthony, I mean, my bad. I said Anthony. My bad. I'm tripping. Antoine Massey, right? So he had his old lady and shit like that. Filed paperwork on shit like, and so you went to the court. She went to the court and told him, "Look, this is false. This is not what's happening." So the D picked up the charge, still trying to snap him anyway. And we found out that she was one of the people that got arrested because she was trying to aid him after got captured. But if we see all of these things, if he's not this monster that this lady is telling you, that's why I appreciate people for being who they are. And it's just narrative control. Black men have no safe haven. So it's just like, if everybody's saying something, well, it got to be true.
Right. You said it right though. That's the word I was looking for. That narrative control. That's a motherfucker.
So Benny Chris, do you believe what he said? Because I'm gonna be honest, shout out to Crypto
I
GZ,
know
y'all.
when a
Make sure
nigga
y'all
lying. I can say that, PC. I know when a nigga lying though. I don't
what
think
so
he lying. Like
let
his life is on the line, and he wouldn't even go through all that just to think about it. If you want to run, you don't give a fuck about that. But he got kids, and he really want to be able to spend time with them. And he's not. He said it himself. He's not this monster that people paint him out to be. So I think if a person was like a real savage and didn't give a fuck, like think about it. He got tattoos on his face. He's not an
mm.
no ordinary guy. He has videos like he stunting this shit, rapping this shit. So what does that make him a criminal? Because he has ink on his skin, because he's a red nigga that what I'm saying, been through domestic disputes, and so
That
we don't
goes
never get a
into
chance to
images
kind
that
of
was painted
change
on
that.
people. That's an
Yeah,
image
we
thing.
this is merely something that has to be investigated because so much shit goes behind those bars that's so illegal and nobody's really speaking out. And when I see these content creators, they haven't posted them. What I'm saying, they still trying to down them. You don't even know the brother. You're not getting a chance to know him. You're just going once again by this narrative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
It's
baby,
the
check
same
this out.
narrative that people
You
be
know,
like, yo,
like
everywhere he go, they got drama. The same narrative, the same
right,
shit.
but
Every aspect of life, real life.
it's just like
Old
getting
niggas hate on young niggas.
caught pissing
Niggas
outside. When you
judging
get
people
caught
because they
pissing
got
outside, you
tattoos
gotta
in their
register.
face.
And once
Yeah,
you
he could
register,
treat his
motherfuckers
woman
gonna
way
have a
better than you
narrative
can
of
treat your
who
woman.
you are.
That's what the
Hold on,
problem.
I can't hear y'all one at a time, y'all. I can't hear both y'all talking at the
Yeah.
My
same time.
bad. I
What you
ain't mean to
say?
cut you off, Drip. Go ahead and talk.
And I was hitting on what you were saying because that narrative shit. If you get caught pissing outside nowadays, you gotta register as a sex offender. So just because you've been a sex offender, people gonna look at you like you really, really did something bad to women or a child, and you just got caught pissing outside.
Y'all see Danielle's comment? She said, "I find it weird how only two escapees had planned. Those other ones was caught at a bus stop and benches. It was like they was tired of running."
Yeah, because you can't go to no house, you can't be interacting with nobody. You just living off the land, and you just left a free meal and a free bed.
So how do y'all feel about him going with he got a phone, and shout out to Crypto GZ, y'all. He dropped a video. I didn't even know about this particular situation until he dropped the content about the Massey dude. Do y'all feel like he got a phone? Y'all see how he was like he looked comfortable to me. Like what's
Let me
Yeah,
tell you
some
what's
of these
something. When
prisons
you're on
they
the
living
run,
better than
you're
they is
never
out here.
comfortable. You're never comfortable. So me in my mind, because I heard that the police kind of raided the crib that he made the video in, but that was pre-recorded. You know how this is live? Like
okay?
you wouldn't think that he would make that video and post it right then. So this was probably like a week prior to him getting a little comfort, You know what I'm saying? So it was a great plan to like distract people where this location really was. So, you know, I mean, bruh, this is a real life situation. This is a real soap opera. Like a lot of people be laughing and joking, but just like we talking about it, he's
Yeah.
listening to these type of conversations. Imagine you being able to not be seen. How when you got tattoos on your face? This is scary.
Mm.
Tattoos
So
on
you
your face and
basically
you on the
saying
run?
he's being judged because basically since them tattoos on his face, he's guilty regardless. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, white folks don't like that.
No, they don't. D said if this was his only incidents, then that would be one thing, but that isn't the case. Just because injustices happen behind bars doesn't mean that he didn't escape jail and shouldn't be held accountable. Okay?
So you saying Antoine Massey don't have an emotional intelligence?
Huh?
Based upon his track
He's
record, he didn't have emotional intelligence. I mean, I think he was involved in a couple domestic disputes and kind of got convicted of it, if I'm not mistaken.
What I'm saying is, and I could be wrong. I don't.
You going out, D?
D. Okay, saying make judgment. Sam said you can make a judgment by what you see. Don't let folks control your thoughts.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, because we gonna have to evaluate thoughts because say like you got a partner, a best friend that's telling you that your man cheating on you, right? You're not allowing her to control your thoughts, but who is somebody to tell you that you can't investigate it? So that's what I'm saying. It's a matter of opinion. And when we put the facts on the table, going by your personal experience, like when I heard the brother talk, I knew he wasn't lying, but the system is so hard for real. We got more people incarcerated in Louisiana than the whole world. That goes over everybody's head because it's just like a statement, but you can't resonate with that if you don't have nobody that's locked up talking about they getting stabbed, talking about they ain't eating. It's just tough. So, this is just a situation to where he's kind of speaking out not only for him but a whole lot of people, possibly hundreds of thousands of people.
Hmm. So you know what you brought up something that I had Beanie Chris about. You said something. Dang, it just slipped my mind that I wanted to talk about.
Are you talking about it's
Darn.
pertaining to Anthony?
No, it was something that you had just said that I was like, it just reminded me of something that I wanted to talk about. Um, but I can't. But it'll come back to me. But do you have any children, Benny Chris?
Yeah, I got two kids. I got a boy and a girl.
Okay, so we also was just talking about, we can get your opinion on this. We was also just talking about how it whether because I'm acknowledging that there is a lot of fathers that single parent and they doing their thing and they co-parent with they're the
Mm.
primary parent and the mother is the secondary. So do you think it's fair for the secondary parents to tell you that what's up, Jimmy? Shout out to Jimmy. Thank you for joining the chat. Shout out to Jesse as well. Um, do you think it's okay for that secondary parent to say that they struggling? If like say the other, say the primary parent says the child needs something, and the secondary parents they say they struggling, and it basically is what it is. Is it fair to acknowledge that versus when the primary parent is going through something and don't have that option?
Well, everybody's situation is totally different from because we talking in general, but we all have our own situation. So you know, um, we often criticize women for being able to have control over the kid because you know primarily if we get into a dispute, the kid had got to go with the mama and shit. So, I salute that because we was all raised by mama and mama took care of us so good. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So we all raised
Yeah.
by women. You get what I'm saying? So why is that? Because women have that nurturing factor, that responsibility. So, a woman might be flawed. So it's not cool to call her out because she's handling the majority of the work. I mean, all a dude gotta do is just really nut in a woman. you know, and she has to carry that baby for 9 months. She got one foot in the grave, one foot out the grave. So whenever, you know, she's done with pregnancy, you know, the man is still doing what he's doing, but in the back of the woman's mind, this child has to be taken care of no matter what. A man ego could kind of get into the way and be like, well, you know what, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fucking with the other nigga, you know, you got a dick inside of you. So, you know, why am I going to fuck with you? Why am I going to be loyal to you? But as a woman, she could put her pride to the side and be like, you know, it's a bigger picture. So, you know, I don't have a problem with, you know, women, you know, being a primary care of the kid, you know, but I do have a problem with, you know, us criticizing the lady because we don't even know what a cramp feel like.
Y'all don't know what feel like?
Oh, I said we don't even know what a cramp feel like. Like, we'll probably cry or like
Right.
go
Right.
to the
Yeah.
emergency room.
Yeah, we gotta deal with the emotional stress and the cramps and the delivery.
I ain't never had a cramp in my fucking life.
I'm just saying, shit.
I
Get
seen a
some
motherfucker
cramps
fall
on.
up in a corner. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I don't know how it feel, but I can actually see it look painful. Not to me
I'm
to
trying
laugh.
to tell you, for us to be the ones with the less, well, it's said to have the less emotional intelligence. Like, we gotta endure a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta endure a hell of a lot. But it's not to put the men against the women, but it's just, you know, a lot of my topics be just to put shit in perspective.
And
Okay,
learn something
just
from it too as well.
hell yeah, because a lot of stuff that I done learned about, I don't never, I see it my way. I see the peach way. And I done learned a lot on this apparatus, okay? With the emotional intelligence. And that's why I wanted to talk about something that I'm actually was going through. Y'all, I'm growing. I don't got it all. I always want to react when somebody piss me off. I want you to know you pissed me off, and I want the motherfuckers around to know. Okay. But with emotional intelligence, I'm learning to suppress that. You gotta let people serve their purpose around you. You know what I mean? I may be mad. I'm instantly mad because you said something that pissed me off, not realizing at the end of the day you a supporter. You know what I'm
So
saying? You will
look, so
support me.
Peachy, so Peach,
Yeah.
what you think emotional intelligence is to you?
So I'm gonna dumb it down. I'm gonna dumb it down because I'm still growing, and I can't say that I honestly fully have mastered it. But emotional, basically, hold on, let me. Basically, emotional intelligence is basically the ability to manage both my emotions and understand your emotions. Okay. So in any given situation, okay, good job. So in any given situation, it's me being able to manage mine and understand yours. So it's basically me being pissed off, whether you piss me off or not, or you know, I felt like you disrespected me managing mine, not just reacting, okay, but also understanding yours, whether it be something I agree with or not. That's emotional intelligence.
I like that.
And
I like that.
yeah, and allowing, you know what I'm saying? And it's so hard to do that because, you know, it's harder because us, and I ain't gonna just say us women, but I'm also a water sign. So yes, I'm emotional, but what people fail to I ain't gonna say they fail to realize, but they gotta remember, along with that emotion comes aggression. And a lot of us that are emotional is because we can get that aggression. It's because it's to hide our, you know, our sensitive side. Because when we care, we not only care, we really fucking care. You know what I'm saying? So it's a part of us building up those blocks, those barriers. Cause I gotta be this mean, or I gotta be this hard on the exterior because I'm that sensitive. You know what I mean?
No, I completely know what you mean. And to me, I agree. You got to be aware of other people's feelings because me, I got a strong personality. So, you know, I was raised a certain way. I was working at certain jobs a certain way. So I was trying to switch my career. When I switched my career, I realized I was working around a lot of men. So I carry a certain energy. So situational awareness to me is the foundational block of emotional intelligence because you got, like you said, Peachy, like you got to realize it's not just me. So I might can be right in a situation, but in order to make that person feel comfortable, I have to put my feelings to the side. And just like online, I go to these platforms and shit like that. And I purposely act crazy and shit, but on respected platforms, I gotta kind of really understand what the situation is, and it's kind of frustrating because if you think that you got emotional intelligence, Peachy, what if somebody else is purposely picking at you? That's when your emotional intelligence comes into play 2 times fold,
Oh yeah.
because just because you can understand how to get along with a person, now they don't talk about the other side of emotional intelligence with somebody fucking with you. So it's just
Mm.
like, what do you do? It's personal preference. See, you can play the backfield. You know what I'm saying? You can troll. You could get personal. You could be silent. So whatever the situation is, whatever fits your standard, whatever you're comfortable with. So that's another part of emotional intelligence, knowing whatever makes you sleep good at night. It may be, being toxic. They got a lot of people that just grown up with yelling in the household. So
Hmm.
we are comfortable in that field. It's only a certain amount of people, so chaos. You get what I'm saying? So you look
Oh
at corporate
yeah, it's a
people.
lot of people. Yep. They
Yeah,
they
they
comfortable
want
in
to indulge
chaos.
in chaos because they don't
Yep.
even understand what it means to grow up in a household like that. So whenever we are in the middle, we see the people that's on the bottom shelf, we see people that's on the top shelf. So being able to be emotionally balanced is not just because you go to Harvard, you got a certificate saying that you got education. Just because you in the hood, you done sold bricks. That don't really mean too much. Emotional intelligence, realizing when somebody hating on you and you know how to maneuver in this world, because you can take these same standards and tactics, apply to the corporate world. You can apply these same standards and tactics to the metaverse. You get what I'm saying? You can apply these same standards and tactics to a relationship. So this type of conversation I love because emotional intelligence is not just one thing, it's so versatile because it's not just putting other people's feelings into consideration, it's about protecting your peace as well.
So I got a question for you, Benny Chris, because I think this might be a perfect question for you. So, how do you think emotional intelligence? How do you, in relation to the internet and social media? How do you
Well,
think
it's a
that?
lot of feelings involved because I take things personally. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Antoine Massey situation, I feel like just like you're a woman, and like women can know when a woman is telling the truth. I don't know
Mhm.
what it is. Maybe it's intuition. Maybe it's a spirit. Maybe it's just the truth don't lie. So when you telling me that this woman ain't lying, so I believe that, like, because it's true. Like y'all are so right all the time. And at the same time, they got some women that go against the grain, but they got ulterior motives. But when I'm telling you, when I listen to a man like Antoine Massey, I'm listening to him like talk. Like I know he's not lying. It's just that the black man is not credible because of our track record.
Mm,
We indulge in bullshit. We're not good leaders. Like if you're hungry, who can you call on? A guy's
mm,
supposed to automatically send you $100. I don't give a fuck about the
mm.
panel. I don't care about you making my numbers go up. I don't care about none of that. It's about survival, about eating. And until you realize that, all the other shit don't even matter.
So you think you got to come to the internet with emotional intelligence, or it can be learned over time?
It depends on your situation. Some people may learn from being beat down on the internet, coming on the internet, rebuilding themselves. Some people may learn how to come to the internet and learn from rejection. Some people may learn how to do any type of things that, that's maybe probably foreign to another individual. So, everybody we different. And I say it like this, until I learn to walk on water, if I see another man walk on water, I figure he got the formula. I don't care about if you're rich or not. I don't care about if you got a successful relationship that's 15 years in the making. And plus, we already know that's the most toxic relationships because they faking it until they make it. They got something to prove. I know I got a personal partner that's dating a woman. She looks like a beauty model. This lady is cool. But the only reason my personal best friend partner he dating this woman is because of what his family want, the standards. You know what I'm saying? What he should date. So I realized that we come on the internet, people be talking shit, but it's a very few of us that can kind of read through the aura. You get what I'm saying? So like, thinking about my partner that's dating like a beauty model. Like, she's a nurse. She's bad as hell. But he secretly got this big girl. She about 245 pounds, how we like it. Like the black man like it, curvy, sexy, work a regular 9 to 5. So he can't bring her home. He can't really tell the world that he really in love with her because that's just not what it is in reality. So, we all have this mask that we have on. We can't take that mask off because it may offend our bottom line. It may offend our personal relationships. So that's where we at with it. So until the black man be able to break that barrier, be confident for what he is, and stop, saying things to please the masses and really stand on business, we ain't never gonna break the cycle because the woman has been incredible. She has raised us all. What the fuck are we gonna do? We gonna talk about gang politics? What we gonna talk about?
So wait a minute, let me back it up here because you was on the BBW. Here that's where I reside. You said something about, so you're saying that
Yeah,
you
are
what?
popular, but when we grew up, we seen these movies. We looking at Halle Berry. We ain't looking at
Yeah,
Lizzo growing
that's
up.
true.
So
Yeah,
but at the
yeah.
same
Mm-hmm.
time, nigga watching
Yeah.
that ass. He got a
Hmm.
wife with him, and in Rouse's and shit. They gonna get some scrump. But you walking along while this nigga looking at you and shit. I'm listening to these conversations with my partner that's married and shit. So I mean, I don't really know if we can be pleased, as a man by dating upon somebody else's standards. So it goes back to emotional intelligence. Some people can play the game well, but I mean, if you can sleep good at night, that what work for you, I say go with it. I don't. We all our own individuals, so I can say what's righteous, but to somebody else, that may be going against the grain. So I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like we could preach all day long, but a nigga gonna do what he wanna do. A woman gonna do what she wanna do. So we all gonna do what we wanna do. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. Emotional intelligence is it's like personal preference. It's like your standards.
Hell
You know
yeah,
what
and
I'm
I
saying?
don't think if you like that 245, go get that. Rock with that
But we
245.
might
Fuck
can't
society.
because our partner's gonna laugh at it. We
But
might
see,
can't.
emotional intelligence, Benny
Oh,
Chris,
that
you
what they're
ain't
talking
supposed
about.
to
You
give a
niggas ain't got no
wait a
emotional
minute.
intelligence on this
Stop
bitch.
it. Start it. We do though. You ain't supposed to give a fuck about what that nigga feel.
But
You
the
feel
nigga
me? If
trying to
that
call you at 10
245,
o'clock at night. Nigga can't even see, bro. Look, first of all, what is going on? Like, why
what?
can't a black man be confident for what the fuck he like and say what the fuck he mean and mean what the fuck he say? Because he don't have that emotional intelligence. Because if he did, he wouldn't be going along with these narratives that's be going around. He would speak how he feels and let other people embrace their feelings. It's not about
But wait
narrative
a
no
minute.
more.
But wait a minute. Maturity to me. Because if you worried about what your nigga feel with what you put in your you inside that woman, not him. So why you care about what your homie feel
It's an
about what?
insecurity, and many of us get over it at
Yeah,
13, at 8. Some of us get over at 40, 37,
yeah, that's true. Okay,
26.
it's the
Emotional
accountability for
intelligence,
me. It's
it's
the
not an age
accountability
on
for
that.
me. Okay,
Yeah, like
okay.
that mask. You can mask emotional intelligence. You can easily tell a motherfucker what they want to hear. That's why it's so important for time. As you can see, you can study people. We have this thing called a metaverse. Before that, it was like the party line. We were talking on the phone. We were dating. We was like, damn, like I was like 15 talking to a 32-year-old, and I actually had to talk to get this woman attention with these grown men. So now we in a metaverse. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So this is how we communicate. Now we understand what a person says 2 years ago, 6 months ago, and what now if they standing on that, how
mm.
consistent they are. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, this is a different time. So you gotta adapt to the environment. Emotional intelligence.
You got to, or you definitely gonna be left behind. You definitely they gonna be spinning circles around you if you don't. You definitely will get left behind if you don't catch up. Definitely will. And then
Yeah,
I
for sure.
don't. So I got a question. So do you drink or smoke?
I drink like every couple weeks. I smoke like every day. I smoke
Okay,
weed.
so
I take a
okay,
break. I probably take like a break for like maybe like a half a month, maybe 20 days, and then I smoke again. So I've been doing that for years. I've been smoking since I was like 17 years old, and I tried weed for the first time when I was 13. So it's just a habit. That's all it is. Like, when I get my paycheck, I like to, drink beer when I get my paycheck, but that's only when I get paid and shit. So I mean, we all
So
got our own little habits.
So let me ask you this about the research. How you feel is for your comprehension, when versus you being sober? When I say sober, let's just stick to weed. Say you not smoking versus you smoking. Your comprehension of what's going on around you. Do you think that it's better when you're high versus not high? Because we were still
Yeah,
going
I
on the
think
lines
weed
of
helps you deal with your
intelligence.
situation. Because I'm an upper echelon guy, honestly, like, but honestly, I'm exposed to the environment that I live in which I'm around my grandparents, and I'm in Houston every other week. So when I go to these places, besides I'm at work, because when I'm at work, I'm around wealthy people, not rich people, wealthy people. So I go outside of the house, and when I go inside, it's way bigger than outside. And then when I come home, it's just like, I understand, so that's just what it is. It's reality to me. It's not no bullshit. This is what's going on. So, whenever I'm trying to make content on the internet, I'm not really trying to, portray this image of, I'm rich or I'm wealthy or anything like that. I just try to have like raw talent. So, like the narrative control shit. Like, I hate that type of shit, bro. And
Why?
yeah, that
Why?
shit
You
is
don't
like
think
so
that's
fun to be
wait,
you.
you don't think that's emotional intelligence a part of create controlling the narrative?
I mean, it's just like we all got our own flaws. Like the same stuff that piss you off don't piss me off. So, I may be pissed off by a certain thing. You may be pissed off by a certain thing. I got my insecurities. You got your insecurities. Ain't nobody better than nobody. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be great at something, but I might be lacking in something. I might be great at something that you probably lacking in. So we all have emotional unintelligence, but at the same time, we all smart in our own way.
Absolutely. What's up, Mel?
What's up? What up with
You're
y'all?
cooler.
Yeah,
Oh,
so two Wheels, don't get quiet now.
oh, brother. Go ahead,
Yeah,
brother.
that was the first gesture I heard you make in about 20 minutes.
Well, he got silent in his name, so he's living up to his expectations.
Listen, speaking of that name, speaking of that name, it changes daily, Lucas. Don't even
What?
for that
Oh, I thought
name
he stuck with
changes
that name. That's
daily.
a fire name.
Man, it
Ah,
changes daily. He
fuck
was
that name.
new something yesterday, and it was somebody else. We don't even know who the La girl is.
As long as he got a peachy in that motherfucking nigga, don't change that bitch.
You know
Two
why you gotta
wheels.
yeah,
change that name?
yeah. What? What you say,
Two
nigga?
Wheels. You know why you gotta change your name?
Why?
We ain't gonna talk about it right now, Two Will.
Man, shut up, bro.
We ain't gonna talk about it today.
Oh, he's sticking
I'm a,
his
I'm a,
chest out
I'm a,
today.
I'm gonna exercise my emotional intelligence. How about that?
I like that. I like that.
PT, man. See what you started, man.
I didn't start anything. Two wheels. I don't know why you think he wasn't watching the show. Like, come on now.
Oh, foot. Man,
I've
I'm
been watching the
Just
PT,
show.
like
The
you
show,
man.
every
the
just
show
like
been
you
going
everybody
good.
else.
We're not gonna change the narrative of the show.
Just like you everybody's supporter, he just like you everybody else's number one supporter, he's my number one supporter. So what did you thought?
Hey, I
How
ain't
did
need to
you
know.
think the night was gonna end, Two Wheels?
Hey,
How? Why did
I
you
ain't.
think?
I ain't need to know all that shit. Fuck that nigga, man. I get it.
Nah, the show been it's
All
been a
right,
good
fuck.
show.
Yes, it has been a good show, y'all. Shout out to everybody who pulled up on the panel. We appreciate the commentary comments. Y'all was doing y'all thing down there. Shout out to the hottest promoter on YouTube, Dan Yeezy. I appreciate you. Shout out to Crypto Breezy, also D, Taylor May, Mel, y'all. You already know the vibes over here. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and check out the new content that Crypto Jeezy has just uploaded on the Massey situation, y'all. We talked about it briefly, but go tap in with Crypto Jeezy. He's been following along. Make sure y'all subscribe to Talking with Britt and hit that replay. We went live, y'all. She gonna be talking about movies, and she's gonna tell us a week ahead of time, and then the following week we will be discussing it on Talking with Britt's channel. Dan Yeezy will be putting it in the comments. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Next thing you know, it's gonna be, Taylor Made Mail got the food game on lock. Okay, he is the food guru. Don't be a hater all your life. Two Wheels. Okay. Anywho, also shout out to Oso D. She will be coming with some hot fire too, y'all. Slowly but surely, the crypto gang is gonna be ganging. We're gonna be rolling it out. You know what time it is. Make sure y'all also subscribe to Peach Blanco. As y'all can see, I streamed on my channel as well. Make sure you hit that like button on my channel and on Crypto Jeezy's channel, y'all. It's been a time tonight. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. for Crypto Jeezy. Have a good night. Bye.
Crypto Jeezy.
There you go.
Man, see money checking in, man. Crypto Jeezy all the way from Chirac, man. That's my man from New Orleans. Shout out Crypto Jeezy.
Man, you know Tay Savage, man. You know we fucking with Crypto Jeezy, man. You know that.
Hey, what up, man? The Elgo Up Alive, man. Shout out Crypto Jeezy, man.
Shout out to Crypto Jeezy. Fangoon Business. And Fangoon Muhammad is my YouTube channel. Log in, subscribe, and deal with me. Fact, not opinion. Bad.